Now on Good Morning Northwest, 3 Wenatchee sisters found dead and their father, Travis Decker, is on the run. This morning, the latest on the search for Decker and why police say his military training may make him harder to locate.
And our forecast for this weekend getting even warmer. We'll show you how we'll get into summer-like conditions coming up.
Plus, a new push to save lives in Spokane. Mayor Brown unveils a $750 million investment to help babies, families, and those living on the streets. Good details just ahead. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, June 4th. Robin has the morning off. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that first alert forecast, kicking off our Wednesday here. A gorgeous start.
Yeah, another beautiful start here. Just a few more clouds of what we have seen recently. You can see this bank of clouds here trying to work its way south of Spokane, and that helped us stay a little bit warm as the sun was getting ready to come up this morning. And so we are only at 56 degrees as we start our day in the Lilac City. Most other areas down in the 40s this morning will all warm up to just about 3-4 degrees above where we were yesterday, which generally, at least in the I-90 corridor, was in the low 70s. So 76 today for Spokane. Coeur d'Alene hits the mid 70s as well. We'll see some 80s across the Columbia Basin and other areas right about 70 degrees in some of those more sheltered North Idaho valleys. And we'll continue to see these banks of clouds moving across our area today as we are in between weather features. Now, as we head later into the week, we are going to continue to warm up. We've been telling you about that all week long, but we've actually raised the temperatures a little bit, and that begins on Saturday where we'll be close to 90 degrees. But as we reach the end of the weekend, our first 90s of the year for many places are on the way. We'll show you how long this heat is expected to last coming up.
And we will not rest until Travis is located. Travis, if you're listening, this is your opportunity to turn yourself in. Do the right thing, do what you need to do, and take accountability for your actions.
3 young sisters all found dead in north central Washington. This morning, the alleged killer, their father, Travis Decker, is still on the loose. We have Hannah Joy at the Breaking Now desk with details on the manhunt. Hannah, what do we know this morning?
Yeah, Natalie, we just heard from Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison, and right now he believes 32-year-old Travis Decker is on the run. But the truth is, we don't know whether he is dead or alive. Take a look. Multiple law enforcement agencies are working together to find him. And as mentioned before, investigators believe Decker is responsible for killing his 3 daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker. Authorities say it looks like they were suffocated. Here's a map showing exactly where their bodies were found, the Rock Island campground just east of Leavenworth. That discovery was made Monday night. And here's a photo that we have of Travis Decker. He's about 5'8", 190 pounds, with black hair that's often pulled back into a ponytail. We also know that he has extensive military training, and right now it's unclear if he's armed, but law enforcement says he could be very dangerous. There is a $20,000 reward for any information that could lead to his arrest. So if you have seen or know anything about where he might be, call 911 right away. I am in contact with the public information officer on this case, and I will have an update on their next steps coming up in about 30 minutes. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Now, the question so many of you are asking is why wasn't the Amber Alert system activated when the girls did not return home on Friday? Their mother reported them missing, but authorities say this case did not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. Those criteria include reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred, and a law enforcement belief that the child is in imminent danger or of serious bodily injury or death. And finally, enough information needs to be available that an Amber Alert would help recover the child. This includes where exactly the child was abducted from, a description of that child and the abductor and their vehicle.
Just because a parent with custodial privileges is late bringing a child back does not mean there's been an abduction. And so there was not specific evidence of an abduction.
Instead, authorities issued what is called an EMPA, an Endangered Missing Person Alert, a less urgent notice that does not trigger phone alerts. To read more about the difference between that and an Amber Alert, you can find this story. It's up right now on KXLY.com. And make sure to download our 4 News Now app. Turn on those push notifications so you can get breaking news about this case sent straight to your phone when we learn it. Well, Well, last night, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown announced a $730,000 proposal to invest funds into fighting the opioid crisis. The mayor spoke at a community meeting for Gabriel's Challenge, the response against fentanyl, inspired by Gabriel Fensler, who died of a fentanyl overdose earlier this year. $300,000 of that would go towards treatment for the National Abstinence Syndrome and a family services at Maddie's Place, a nonprofit we've told you about that helps babies experiencing withdrawal. $30,000 of that would support capital investments for mobile medication-assisted treatment and outreach. And $400,000 of that would be for a program that would help people who are living outdoors and are at risk of opioid use disorder to get into appropriate housing. Now, Mayor Brown's saying this proposal aims to directly support the vital work of community organizations at the front lines of the opioid crisis. This funding would also help establish a new outdoor navigation program, which would fill a critical gap in the services for those in need. Now, to date, the city of Spokane has allocated almost $2.5 million to various opioid-related services to combat this crisis. President Trump's spending plan is facing major pushback as it makes its way through the Senate. The so-called Big Beautiful Bill narrowly passed the House, but even some Republicans who voted for it now want to see changes. And now Elon Musk, once a staunch Trump ally, is calling the bill an abomination. ABC's Christian Cordero has the latest from D.C.
This morning, President Trump's spending plan faces an uphill battle on Capitol Hill. It passed through the House by just one vote, and now with several senators critical of the bill, Elon Musk is weighing in, calling Trump's plan a, quote, disgusting abomination. Musk, whose stint in the administration just ended, accused lawmakers of passing a massive, outrageous, pork-filled bill that will massively increase the gigantic budget deficit.
It's very disappointing. With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the one big beautiful bill.
Advocates promise the bill will cut federal spending by $1.5 trillion, but the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates it will add $3.8 trillion to the national debt over the next decade.
Behind the smoke and mirrors lies a cruel and draconian truth. Tax breaks for the ultra-wealthy, paid by gutting health care for millions of Americans.
The centerpiece of the bill would make Trump's 2017 tax cuts permanent. Some critics concerned about how much that would cost. Others focused on the bill's cuts to Medicaid and food assistance programs. Yesterday, at least half a dozen people were arrested outside of 3 senators' offices. Capitol Police saying they resisted officers as they protested the proposed changes to Medicaid.
The primary piece of this change is we're putting a requirement on able-bodied adults with no children to actually work.
The bill can only afford to lose support from 3 senators to pass. The bill could have a major impact on Elon Musk's business by phasing out tax credits for electric vehicles and regulating AI. Any changes to the bill in the Senate would have to go back through the House before it reaches the president. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
All Spokane Public Middle Schools will be offering tackle football starting this fall. Now, previously, only flag football was offered across the district. There will be 5 different teams with students placed on teams based on their future high school. Parents can register their kid through final forms. The district plans to hire coaches over the summer with the help of the current high school coaches. The district hopes to have teams playing some of their games at One Spokane Stadium. Summer is heating up, and so are the deals. Whether you're hitting the beach or firing up the grill, June is the perfect time to save on gifts for dads, grads, and all of your summer must-haves.
Kick off your summer with savings on gifts any dad or grad would love.
We'll share some deals, some hot deals rather, on some top-rated products for June. That's tomorrow right here on Good Morning Northwest. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:09. Yeah, we got dads, we got grads, so many things coming up, but it's feeling like
and we've
summer.
got some hot deals, and by that I mean you're going to deal with the heat.
Yeah, there
over
you
the
go.
weekend. Hey, nice looking morning in the Old Town area. Nice looking morning here in Spokane. Toasty temperatures we're tracking coming up.
A devastating fire hit a local police department 1 year ago. How the department is making do and where progress toward rebuilding stands coming up.
Plus, those cottonwood seeds could be driving up your electric bill while your HVAC system works harder during fluff season, and the garden hose trick that helps. We'll tell you about it straight ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
If you want to shine this summer and say goodbye to that winter weight, then this is the perfect time to join Move Fitness for almost $1 a day to get your body sculpted for the swimsuit season.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:12. 1 year ago, a fire destroyed a Coeur d'Alene Police Department building. There were millions of dollars worth of losses there. The fire started by a lithium battery and an electric bike. Allison Martinez live in studio this morning with what has changed a year later. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. This here is what the building looked like almost exactly 1 year ago. Thankfully, no one was injured. The collapsed structure you see here was home to code enforcement, animal control, and the police department's IT division. For people like Sergeant Jared Renault, it was also an office and a place to unwind.
You know, an office is a personal space, and it's one of those things that was, for me, was challenging, and it was hard to see, but challenges are just something to overcome, and I think we've done a fantastic job.
Sergeant Renault says when the police department needed it most, the community came together to make sure work could continue as normally as possible. Coming up in 30 minutes, we have an update on progress for rebuilding, plus what officials want you to know about the cause of the fire. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Warming trends going to take off here. We're really going to notice it starting tomorrow, and then it is going to be hot starting on Saturday and Sunday with the first 90s of the season for many areas.
Well, if this here is a familiar sight to you, that's because we're in the middle of cottonwood shedding season here in the inland Northwest. The Pullman Fire Department recently put out an announcement warning people on how to dispose of the fluff properly to help reduce fire risk. But one thing we don't typically think of when it comes to cottonwood is how the seeds from the trees affect the heating and the cooling systems for our homes.
There's actually a lot of cottonwood on the back here. So the damage that can be caused by cottonwood is typically, it creates high pressure. It can't get rid of its heat. Fan motor up top and the compressor motor down below will both work harder if the cottonwood seed plugs this thing up.
So how do you prevent buildup to keep your system running properly? Well, experts like Chad there, who you just heard from, recommend using a garden hose to rinse off your HVAC unit, but it's important to never use a pressure washer.
As you can see, I'm just trying to keep the angle steep. Once you're sure that you're not going to drive anything into the coil, it is not a bad idea to then spray through the coil. I don't want people using pressure washers, brushes, any of that stuff isn't helpful. The goal is to get that down to the bottom and have the unit breathing.
Experts say the best time to go out and clean off those units is usually after the 4th of July, which is typically when seeds from cottonwood trees stop falling. Almost looks like snow in some of those pictures. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:15. It's the comeback fast food fans have been waiting for. McDonald's snack wraps are returning after nearly a decade, and this time they're here to stay. When you can grab yours, that's coming up next. And we're taking a live look outside at our Wednesday morning. Here's a live look at our beautiful Spokane River. A more calm shot of the river than we've been seeing lately. Looks like a good day to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. We'll see you right after this break here on Good Morning Northwest.
At Perfection Tire, we believe in more than just great tires.
We offer free services with every tire purchase, extending the quality and life of your vehicle.
Trust Perfection Tire for our lowest prices and easy credit. Nobody beats perfection.
Backyard barbecues, beach days, and bargains. I'm Hannah Joy. From smartwatches to sunscreen, I'll break down the best June deals for dads, grads, and summertime fun. See how much you can save with the Smart Shopping Guide tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Looks like we made it. Barry Manilow. The last Spokane concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only at Spokane Arena Friday, July 11th. Get tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The pitch swung on and a high drive deep into left center field. Back on the ball goes Horning, and that ball's out of here.
Friday, June 6th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to Avista Stadium for Storybook Princess and Fireworks Night. Your Northwest League champion Spokane Indians play the Hillsboro Hops. Get your picture taken with all your favorite storybook characters, and we'll have fireworks after the game, courtesy of Mallory Paint Stores. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Always free parking. Friday, June 6th, Storybook Princess and Fireworks Night. First pitch 7:05, presented by KXLY 4 News Now.
If you want to shine this summer and say goodbye to that winter weight, then this is the perfect time to join Move Fitness for almost $1 a day to get your body sculpted for the swimsuit season.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call. That's all.
509-999-9999.
Welcome to Walker's Furniture's 45th anniversary sale, where we're celebrating by offering savings up to 45% off.
Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
Regular visits to your local Perfection Tire can ensure your car's safety and dependability.
With factory recommended maintenance, you increase your fuel efficiency as well as maintain your vehicle's value.
Nobody beats perfection.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns in June. Go to mfbigfoot.com.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:19. Another gorgeous shot of the Spokane River this morning. The sun is shining.
So peaceful.
A lot of people, I'm sure, are going to be enjoying the water over the next week here as temperatures start to warm up here. Lots to look forward to, but also something to look forward to, Matt. It's one of the most anticipated comebacks in fast food history.
Okay.
McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap, and this time it's permanent. Check it out. The fast food chain first introduced the snack wraps, a chicken strip with shredded lettuce and cheese wrapped in a soft flour tortilla back in 2006. It discontinued them nationally a decade later. McDonald's says customers have now been begging for the return for years now, and they mean begging. There's online petitions, daily posts on social media, and asking about them at drive-thrus. Now this time around, they'll be made with one of the chain's new McCrispy strips. The snack wraps will come in 2 flavors. They got spicy and you got ranch. And so it'll be returning to U.S. restaurants on July 10th. So mark your calendars, people. Which sounds better, ranch or spicy?
Ooh, oh, that's tough.
I know, I
That's
want
tough.
spicy ranch.
chicken is good. Spicy chicken's good. I'd probably go for the spicy first, and then if
a
it's
little
like,
ranch on the
it's a
side?
little, yeah.
That's the way to do it.
You gotta have ranch on the side.
Yeah.
We know what part of the country we're in.
Yeah, we know.
We know. We know. Hey, let's talk about this, which is you got to stay cool here because we've got a hot graduation weekend coming up. And you know what? Everybody's trying to stay cool. I figure since, Wildlife Wednesday is tonight, 6:30, tune in with Chris Crocker. Figure we'd show you some critters this morning. So we've got a mule deer from our friend Ben Mitchell between the Long Lake Dam and Fort Spokane. He was out on his boat. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's a big boy right there. Trying to stay cool, trying to find some food. Very dry, you notice here in the background already. Looking like it's the middle of the summer. It's going to feel like it's the middle of the summer by the time we get to this weekend as well. Your highs today, well, definitely more spring-like. 76 in Spokane will be at 74. In Coeur d'Alene, we'll see some 80s across the Columbia Basin and into the LC Valley. But look what happens here over the next few days. We are cranking things up here. Here is that average, which is in the low 70s still here in early June. Well, instead, how about some upper 80s? How about some low 90s? How about some upper 90s in some of those hot spots as you head down in elevation into the basin for your Sunday? Monday is going to be likely the hottest, if not tied for the hottest day with Sunday, and then a very slow cool down for next week. So our temperature is definitely going to be in the air conditioning range for a little while. And so this will likely be the first official day for Spokane to see 90 degrees, and that'll be definitely a bit ahead of average. We've already seen 90s earlier this year. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago in the Columbia Basin. Here's what's playing out for today, where we will see a little bit of cloud cover from time to time, just like we're seeing this morning. Maybe 1 or 2 sprinkles right along the U.S.-Canada border or around some of the mountains in our northern counties. But if you're looking for any meaningful rainfall, good luck. You ain't gonna find it. We have a little bit of a breeziness on Friday as we get that really hot weather coming in. So we'll have to keep an eye out, especially for fire concerns, just like we saw with the last round of wind last Saturday. And yeah, we are gonna be in the heat and feeling those summer vibes all weekend.
Be toasty. Stay hydrated, stay cool, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, especially those graduation gowns and stuff.
Those get hot.
You'll heat up quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, thanks, Matt. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:22. Having already etched their names into the Gonzaga lore, the Nembhard brothers now set their sights on getting etched into the lore of the NBA. Coming up next in Morning Sports, hear what Ryan Nembhard has to say about his older brother Andrew ahead of his first NBA Finals appearance with the Indiana Pacers. That's after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of Honey Barbecue or New Buffalo. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in Honey Barbecue or New Buffalo. Hurry in and try them today, only at DQ.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Country Financial has been helping protect lives and livelihoods since 1925. Here with advice on better managing risk is a Country Financial representative.
Safety is very important when operating a farm, and here are some tips for staying safe. First, we should maintain farm equipment to prevent breakdowns or accidents. Proper maintenance can prevent problems before they begin. Second, when using chemicals, be sure to handle and store them responsibly to avoid injury. Third, when you are on public roads, use flashing lights to alert other drivers. Other drivers should watch out for slower moving farm equipment on roads during planting and harvesting seasons as well. Next, stay connected with family and employees so they know when and where you're working. And finally, be sure to get plenty of rest, even during the busiest of times. We thank you, farmers, for bringing food to our table.
For more information, visit countryfinancial.com.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn to be water wise.
Hi, my name is Will with your weekly Water Wise tip. To make sure you're watering your lawn efficiently, we recommend avoiding watering between the hours of 10 and 6 p.m. Watering in the early hours avoids the heat and also reduces evaporation.
Do your part to be water wise.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace, and it's an awfully good time to be in the Nembhard family. One brother off to the NBA Finals with the Indiana Pacers, and the other trying to join him in the league. Andrew and Ryan only shared one season when they were both in college, 2021 to 22. Ryan was at Creighton, Andrew at Gonzaga. But now with Ryan moving through the NBA draft process, he says he's learned a lot from his brother. Andrew has been steadily improving through his 3 NBA seasons, now a steady starter for Indiana, averaging almost 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, and the Pacers' longest playoff run since 2000. Ryan worked out with the Golden State Warriors yesterday, and he spoke about his brother and just how proud he is of him making the finals.
I'm excited for him. I think they got a real chance, and I'm also excited for my process. It's been fun so far. Things like this don't happen often. Some people may never even reach the finals in their whole career, so it's special for him to do it in year 3. I've always had belief in him and his ability and his ability to do big things in this league, so I'm super happy for him and super excited to keep watching.
The NBA Finals between Andrew's Pacers and another Zag, Chet Holmgren's Oklahoma City Thunder, beginning with Game 1 in OKC coming up tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. You can watch it right here on ABC. That's all for Morning Sports. Catch us at 6 and Nightside tonight for all the local sports action.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:27. A record number of injured wildlife are overwhelming WSU's veterinary hospital for the 2nd straight year. The dramatic increase and what to do if you find an animal in need, that's ahead. Plus, the search for the father accused of killing his 3 young daughters is still underway. This morning, Hannah Joy has the latest on the search efforts for Travis Decker when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
Backyard barbecues, beach days, and bargains. I'm Hannah Joy. From smartwatches to sunscreen, I'll break down the best June deals for dads, grads, and summertime fun. See how much you can save with the Smart Shopping Guide tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Watch Judy Justice weekdays at 3 on KXLY ABC4.
Judy Justice is now in session right here.
Judy Justice is brought to you by Russell and Hill. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Call 1-800-LAW-0842.
Never a doubt. See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and stories people are reading about online this morning. House Republicans are revisiting key Biden investigations. The House Judiciary Committee is expected to interview former Hunter Biden special counsel David Weiss on Friday. It could mark the second time Republicans have interviewed Weiss as they look into if his investigation was hampered by political interference. He's never testified publicly about his 6-year criminal probe into the president's son that ended abruptly when Biden issued an unconstitutional pardon, or unconditional rather, pardon for his son. British singer Jessie J says that she has been diagnosed with breast cancer. The 37-year-old, whose real name is Jessica Ellen Cornish, broke the news in a video posted on Instagram. She said the cancer has been caught early and she'll be undergoing surgery soon. It's not the first time that Jessie J has opened up about her health. Back in 2021, she posted about a pregnancy loss. She now has a 2-year-old son. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, June 4th. Welcome to it. Robin Nance has the morning off. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that first alert forecast, kicking off our day with some sunshine.
Yeah, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover at times, and very similar to what we saw yesterday where those clouds just kept hanging around, but it was still even filtered sunshine when skies turned mostly cloudy in the afternoon. We're at 56 in Spokane. We're at 48 in Coeur d'Alene. Kids headed off to school. It's almost school's out almost. Summer break about to start. It's going to feel like summer as we get closer to the weekend. As for today, just a little bit warmer than what we saw Tuesday. We were in the low 70s, expect middle 70s and a few upper 70s around the I-90 corridor as we head later on into the day. And we'll continue to see variable cloud cover with this clearing out as we head into the late hours of tonight. So Spokane hits 76, Coeur d'Alene hits 74. We'll see some 80s in places like Moses Lake and Omak, 70s in the Met Howe Valley. Bonners Ferry hits 73 along with Pullman, and we'll see 80s as well, right about 80 degrees in the LC Valley. Just a sign here of what is to come in your forecast, which will be quite hot. In fact, we're talking about 90s and more of them than our forecast earlier this week coming up.
We are continuing to follow breaking news. A community is still in shock after the deaths of 3 sisters from Wenatchee, and their father, Travis Decker, is now at the center of the manhunt. Here you can see just last night, we were supposed to have video, but people gathered in Wenatchee for a vigil to remember Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker. Their mother was there, and she was surrounded by candles, hugs, and support from the community. And this morning, I have been in contact with the public information officer on the case, and he told me investigators believe the girls were suffocated. Their bodies were found Monday night at the Rock Island campground just east of Leavenworth. Since then, the search for their father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, has been nonstop. The PIO also confirmed helicopters have been flying overhead and multiple law enforcement agencies are working together to find him. We also reviewed court documents that shed more light on Decker's background. His family had expressed concerns about his mental health in the past, but nothing on record suggested he was unfit to care for his kids. The documents also show he was recently experiencing homelessness. Here's a look at Decker. He's about 5'8", 190 pounds with black hair that's often pulled back in a ponytail. Police say he has extensive military training, and they're really worried he may be trying to survive off-grid. Right now, there is a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to his arrest. So if you've seen him or know anything about where he might be, call 911 right away. Do not approach him. We will be staying in close contact with law enforcement throughout the day and bring you updates as they come in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from cutting off gender-affirming care for transgender inmates. A U.S. district judge issued a preliminary injunction yesterday. The president pulled back federal support for transgender health care earlier this year. That's when 3 inmates who had been receiving hormone therapy filed a lawsuit. The judge said the plaintiffs will now continue to get the drugs they need, and his order applies to all federal inmates diagnosed with gender dysphoria who are receiving that medication. For the second straight year, WSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital is treating a record number of injured and orphaned wildlife. The facility saw a dramatic increase in animals needing their care after another rehabilitation center closed. Many of the rescued animals traveled to travel 1 to 3 hours to get help at WSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital, as the Inland Northwest's only has a few facilities that are equipped to do this kind of work. Now, last year, it meant this hospital had to treat 1,000 wild animals. That's 400 more than usual. So what do you do if you come across an animal in the wild that needs help?
Reaching out and calling your local wildlife rehabber, whether that's us or somebody, if you're out of this area, there might be somebody closer to you, and just checking with them before you pick up animals that you think might be orphaned.
WSU is always looking for volunteers who want to help feed or care for these animals. You can find the teaching hospital's information. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Friends of Manitou are holding their biannual plant sale coming up on Saturday. At this event, you can purchase different kinds of plants like edible ones, tropical ones, shrubs, and more. The sale will be in the parking lot of East Geyser Conservatory from 8 to 3. All the proceeds support Manitou Park. Riverfront Moves free fitness classes are returning for the summer. The first class held last night was at the Giza Pavilion, but there are plenty more offered throughout the summer. We got jazzercise, Pilates, aerial fitness, and so much more. There are different options for everyone to join. And for a full list of all these events, head on over to KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:35. Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, kicking off our beautiful Wednesday.
Yeah, beautiful Wednesday. Good looking start at the Deer Park Airport.
I'd say.
Yeah, nice looking day. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover today, but lots of sunshine and some hot temperatures as we get into the back end of the week in your forecast coming up.
The cause behind a massive police building fire and what officials want you to know to protect your own home coming up.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, that constant phone ringing isn't just annoying, it's costly. Americans lose hundreds of millions of dollars each year to scammers, and the problem is only getting worse. These new numbers, we'll break them down after the break. And before we go to a break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA's First Look, new details on the alleged plot to smuggle a dangerous pathogen into the United States that could potentially threaten the nation's food supply. Fusarium graminearum, known to cause billions of dollars in crop damage worldwide each year. A pathogen that literally rots crops like wheat, barley, and rice, and if consumed by humans, can cause vomiting, liver damage, and birth defects.
One of the threat scenarios that Homeland Security and law enforcement officials think about is how to prevent a terrorist or a hostile foreign power from using a fungus or some other natural occurring substance as a weapon.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on this ongoing investigation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.
Before taking Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. Then I talked to my doctor about Breztri, and I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved. Breztri also helped improve my symptoms and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri for COPD.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
At Fred's Appliance, we've been locally owned and family operated since 1962. Founded by a veteran and built on service. This Memorial Day, we're offering big savings and top-rated appliances. Like this Frigidaire French door refrigerator. Save with this truckload special. Get over 35% off on this spacious stainless steel fridge. Don't miss your chance to bring home premium performance with Frigidaire. At Fred's, we still have the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
We know your garage door is more than just a door. It's also curb appeal and security. That's why our expertly trained technicians bring precision to every install. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and a great investment for your home. Give us a call today.
NIU has been serving our community for over 50 years. It's a broad mix of cancer care. We see all kinds of urologic cancers and take care of those patients here.
The partnership we have allows us to deliver all the different options all in one place. With a new diagnosis of prostate cancer, you'll have all the options available, everything from the latest surgical options to the latest radiation options, and so we're happy to help with that.
Most patients are referred by their primary care doctors. Patients can certainly always pick up the phone and give us a call as well.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help, so I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Bring the whole family out to the Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo, June 28th. High-flying acrobatics, including former pilots from both military and civilian backgrounds, will leave you breathless with their aerial stunts. Stroll through aviation exhibits and see military and vintage aircraft on display. Local vendors will be on site offering family fun and food. Plus, see an aerial firefighting demonstration. See the acrobats of the sky at the Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo, June 28th. Brought to you locally by Coeur d'Alene Aviation and Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:40. It started with a spark and ended in disaster. 1 year ago, a lithium-ion battery in an e-bike ignited a fire that tore through a Coeur d'Alene Police Department building. Millions of dollars in equipment and cars were destroyed that day. We have Allison Martinez live in studio with the road to rebuilding. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. This here is what the building looked like almost exactly 1 year ago. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The collapsed structure you see here held extra police cars and gear. It also housed special teams equipment, including the SWAT Bearcat. For some, it was an office space. For the entire department, it was a place to unwind.
But one thing for the officers, it was a place for them to get out of public view in the middle of the day and just relax for a couple minutes, you know, over on holidays like the 4th of July. It's a long day for officers to work.
The Coeur d'Alene community came together to help aid the path to rebuilding. The city approved a resolution for a declaration of emergency so the process could move much quicker. This here is what the building looks like today. Construction crews are working daily and the building is set to be ready for use in the fall. Now, 4 News Now has continued to track the dangers of lithium-ion batteries, and these batteries are found in many common devices like smartphones and smartwatches. Here are some quick tips for any battery-powered items you may have in your own home. Use the correct charger for your devices. You should also check your battery-powered device for any cracks, lumps, or bumps. Always plug these batteries directly into a wall, never a power strip. And last, make sure to monitor your devices as they charge and try not to charge them overnight. Now, according to the Idaho State Fire Marshal's office, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department was charging and using these batteries correctly, but still, the battery had a, quote, catastrophic failure. Reporting in studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Good stuff to think about. 10-second takeaway here in your forecast. Got a warming trend that's going to kick off here as we head to the back end of the week, and we are really going to start feeling it starting Sunday, the first 90s of the season for many of us.
If you've noticed an influx in spam calls lately, you're not alone. According to a recent survey from CNET, 96% of U.S. adults receive at least one scam email, text, or phone call a week.
My phone rings constantly, and that's at 83%, still very high, followed by text messages, of course, at 82%.
According to the FTC, in 2024, adults in the U.S. reportedly lost a collective $470 million in scams. And an expert from CNET says that thanks to advancements in technology, scammers are only getting smarter.
If you don't know who that person is after you have said hello, don't say anything further, hang up. And the reason why I say that is so important is because artificial intelligence has evolved to where scammers are actually able to clone your voice and your responses to, unfortunately, use those for scams later.
To protect yourself, don't click on any unknown links online and don't answer any unknown calls. Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:43. We'll be back with a look at Matt's full forecast that's coming up right after this commercial break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Feel protected under our roof so your family can dream fearlessly. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972. Are you in need of an update? Panhandle Carpet One is more than just flooring. We've launched our brand new Cabinet Design Center and remodel showroom. From custom cabinetry and stunning flooring options, our experts bring your dream space to life. Hardwood, luxury vinyl, carpet, laminate, tile, window treatments, and cabinets. Panhandle Carpet One Floor and Home. Now your destination for floors, cabinets, and complete home style. Visit us on West Appleway or start designing at panhandlecarpet1coeur d'Alene.com.
I'm JJ. I'm Tyler. We're with Kiona Vineyards, and we're here at Yokes Fresh Market. Our grandparents planted the first vineyard on what would become Red Mountain. Some of our legacy cultivars include Cabernet Sauvignon, Lemberger, and Chenin Blanc. The Lemberger is really exciting, right? It has really high red and blue fruit profile to it. We are a big little winery. Yokes has been a beautiful match for us culturally.
Check out Kiona Wines at Yokes Fresh Market.
Feel protected under our roof so your family can dream fearlessly. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:46. Father's Day spending could hit a record this year. The National Retail Federation expects $24 billion to be spent. That's way up from last year's $22.4 billion. According to the survey, the average person plans to drop about $200 on Dad for things like greeting cards, clothing, and special outings and gift cards. Father's Day, of course, coming up Sunday, June 15th. And this year we're teaming up with BECU to honor all the loving, hardworking dads this Father's Day. 3 lucky dads will win a $100 gift card to Eggers Meats. Take a look. Here's Rob. He's a new dad to a special needs son that they just adopted last year. The message says he's the best with our son and does anything for him. The bond these two have is unbreakable. And this here is Dick Welsh. He looks like that he would definitely put that gift card to some good use there. The message says that he is a loving, caring guy, an amazing dad who's always there for the kids. If you'd like a chance to win, all you got to do, go to KXLY.com/Father's Day and submit a photo of the dad in your life. Tell us why he deserves recognition. Winners will be chosen on June 14th, which is a day before Father's Day. Mark that on your calendar in case you forgot. Well, here is a live look this morning, taking a big sweeping shot over downtown Spokane. They're just a gorgeous way to start our day.
Wow, look how beautiful it is.
I know.
Look how green it is.
Green, sunny.
Yeah, it's so nice to see here in early June how everything's greened up so nicely. And then, well,
remember this.
Yeah, remember this. Remember this come July 4th, because the way things are going, it's going to be all brown by then. Especially if we get nothing more than just a few sprinkles, which we did see. Just a couple sprinkles yesterday, but that doesn't help us much. But this was a great shot of sprinkles around Sunset at Liberty Lake last night from Jeff O'Shea. And so we did end up seeing the skies turn a little cloudy, kind of threatened some rain, but the vast majority of us saw, well, next to nothing. Tell you what, though, that little shower, a beautiful sight with the setting sun. Now, We do have an opportunity for us to see a few more showers later today, mainly up along the U.S.-Canada border. So places like Northport, you go into the Boyds area, you're around Medellin Falls, areas around the Methow Valley, and to the north of there, places like Oroville as well. Those will be where we'll be looking for maybe 1 or 2 showers to pop up. Everybody else, extremely low rain chances. We're talking like 10, 15% at most. But definitely keep an eye, especially in Okanagan County, for some activity later on today. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing just that gradual warming as we wait for the heat to really kick in later this week. Temperatures right now, 56 in Spokane. We're in the 40s as you head out the door in Coeur d'Alene, as we are for most places in the inland northwest, to the 40s. Colville's warmed up. We were in the 30s this morning, now to 43. Our highs for this afternoon, just a little bit warmer than yesterday. We're talking mid-70s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Low 80s across the Columbia Basin, and we'll see some low 70s in places like Kellogg for your afternoon. We will have a hot graduation weekend as we get up into the 80s for Thursday and Friday, and then our 90s begin to show up as we head into the back end of the week. So let's show you here this now, where we have this area of high pressure off the coast. Instead of being right in the borderline, it's going to be right over us this weekend, and that's going to lead to those 90-degree temperatures. I'll show you how long those 90s will be sticking around coming up after the morning sprint, which is next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. An annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Lemonade, 50 cents. Time in the sun, 4 hours. Profit, $4.75. Why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
Put some pep into it. This lemonade isn't gonna sell itself.
You've worked hard your whole life.
Now when you need Social Security disability, they make you work even harder.
Paperwork, phone calls, delays, just to get denied?
You've paid into the system this whole time.
And this is how you get treated?
That's when you call 1-800-LAW-0842.
We've helped thousands of people get the benefits they deserve, even if they've been denied.
We'll navigate the system and work hard for you.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in this morning sprint. Matt Gray is looking ahead to possible 90-degree temperatures in your planning forecast. Allison Martinez is looking back at a fire that destroyed a police building 1 year ago. But first, we have Hannah Joy live in studio with an update on the 3 sisters who were found dead in Wenatchee.
Natalie, this morning I've been in direct contact with the public information officer on the case, and he told me investigators believe the girls were suffocated. There is an active manhunt for their father, Travis Decker, but the truth is we don't know whether he is dead or alive. The bodies of Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia were found Monday night at the Rock Island campground just east of Leavenworth. Since then, the search for their father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, has been nonstop. The PIO also confirmed helicopters have been flying overhead, and multiple law enforcement agencies are working together to find him. We do have a look of Decker. He is about 5'8", 190 pounds with black hair that's often pulled back into a ponytail. Police say he has extensive military training, and they're worried he may be trying to survive off-grid. Right now, there is a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to his arrest. So if you see him or know anything about where he might be, call 911 right away. We'll be in close contact with law enforcement throughout the day and bring you updates as they come in.
In your forecast, there are 90s on the way for this weekend, so you better enjoy the cooler weather while it is here. Temperatures are going to be slightly warmer today as we get into the afternoon with some partly cloudy skies and some little bit of wind and a little bit of a pattern that's still kind of in between the hot and the cool. We will see those temperatures staying on the milder side. So a little bit warmer than yesterday, but still in the 70s. We'll hit the 80s starting tomorrow and those 90s over the weekend.
1 year ago, a fire destroyed a Coeur d'Alene Police Department building. That building was a total loss, and so was millions of dollars worth of gear. The fire was started by a lithium battery in an electric bike. Here's some quick tips if you have these batteries at home. Use the correct charger for your devices. Always plug these batteries directly into a wall, never a power strip. And last, make sure to monitor your devices as they charge.
Last night, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown announced a $730,000 plan to help fight the opioid crisis. The mayor spoke at a community meeting for Gabriel's Challenge, which is inspired by Gabriel Fensler, who died of a fentanyl overdose earlier this year. Now, the plan includes funding for a treatment at Maddie's Place, mobile outreach services, and housing support for people at risk of opioid use. Well, for the second straight year, WSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital is treating record numbers of injured and orphaned wildlife. The facility saw a dramatic increase in animals needing care after another rehab center closed. Many of the rescued animals travel 1 to 3 hours to get help at WSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital, as the Inland Northwest only has a few facilities equipped to do this type of work. Now, last year, it meant this hospital had to treat 1,000 wild animals, which is 400 more than usual. So what do you do if you come across a wild animal in need of help? WSU is always looking for volunteers who want to help feed and care for these animals. You can find the Teaching Hospital's information. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Friends of Manitou are holding their biannual plant sale on Saturday. At this event, you can purchase different kinds of plants, from edible to tropical shrubs and more. The sale will be in the parking lot of the East Geyser Conservatory from 8 to 3. All the proceeds go to support Manitou Park. Riverfront Moves free fitness classes are returning for the summer. The first class was held last night at the Giza Pavilion, but there are plenty more that are offered throughout the summer. From jazzercise to Pilates to aerial fitness, there are different options for everyone to join in. For a full list on all of those classes, you can head on over to KXLY.com. Summer is heating up, and so are the deals. Whether you're hitting the beach or firing up the grill, June is the perfect time to save on gifts for dad, grads, and all your must-have summer haves. We will have more on some hot deals on top-rated products for the month of June. That's coming up tomorrow right here on Good Morning Northwest. Smoke from out-of-control Canadian wildfires is causing air quality to hit unhealthy levels for millions of people in the upper Midwest states. Millions more are at risk in the days to come. All of eastern Minnesota is under an air quality alert right now until noon today. Some are even wearing masks to try to stay safe. Good Morning America will have an update on this story coming up in just a few minutes. And we'll be back with a final check of your weather coming up right after this commercial break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved
is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Hi friends, Chanel here with my friend Sammy. We're hosting a summer solstice celebration at Mistaqua Casino Hotel on Friday, June 20th from 3 to 9 p.m. and you're invited.
She sets me free.
That's right, and I'm bringing the whole band. We'll play from 6 to 9 p.m. for you. There's lots of fun, food, prizes, all at Mistaqua Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
BECU wants to help celebrate your dad this June with the fantastic Father's Day contest. Send us a photo of your father and tell us the impact he's had on your life. He'll be entered for a chance to win a $100 gift card to Agers Meats. Fantastic Fathers. Brought to you by BECU.
Oh, beautiful look here at Spokane. Nice and green. The sun is shining. A little bit of cloud cover at times today. And that will be kind of the end of our average weather here for early June as we're up towards 80 degrees and sunny tomorrow. It's definitely above average, a little breezy on Friday, and then we even end up with summer-like temperatures over the weekend, upper 80s and yeah, low 90s. For many of us, it'll be the first time we will hit the 90s this year, and that could extend into and perhaps even beyond the first half of next week.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We sure appreciate you being here. We'll see it throughout the morning on GMA. It starts right now.